Hey everyone, so yesterday night I posted a video on how I add my straps to my tops. I am currently in the process of making some Amsterdam tops, and I was able to get the straps perfectly into this top. Straight, not at an angle, and I was so impressed, and I thought, oh, I learned exactly how to do it. And when I did it again, problem number one is I was really late at night. It's probably like 1 a.m. and I had a little bit of problem. Do you see how they're a little bit at an angle? And I thought, what did I do wrong? It's straight, but I kind of did it tilted at an angle. So I analyzed this more, and that's why I'm doing this video, because I feel I need to explain things in order to make sure that I'm showing you the right stuff and I'm not messing up your project. So first of all, how come this strap works so perfectly compared to the other ones? Well, number one, I follow the instructions on this particular one, and these are super thin straps. They are slightly wider on my other ones that I made, so you can tell the difference. And you're thinking it's not that much, but it is enough to cause the changes. So how do you fix this? So I'm going to start by, this is my pattern top, right? This is an example of what this pattern should look like. So if the straps are too wide, you can have the problem of where when you're doing your stitching, you can kind of go a little funky and kind of cut out too much at the top, and these can shift too much. So when you're doing your cross stitch like this, do you see how to the side this is, and it gets clipped right here? So that's what causes the angles to happen, Ryan, So the one thing that I figured out was if your straps are too wide, you need to make the top wider. And instead of starting at this point, I would just snip a little piece off and actually start my pattern at this point. So I have some area in between the sides for the straps. Now when I go in and sew, my daughter's trying to get into my room, there is a better chance of having a little bit better area, and then you could stitch right here, and you can see how much neater that is and how straight that would be. But that's while using the wider strap. So then we come down to when you do the thin straps that I was supposed to do, but I didn't. And this is how it works, and this is why it works. So you go ahead and you stitch up, and you go ahead and you stitch up. And do you see how perfectly it almost comes out? If I was to stitch right here on this line exactly, it would come out perfect. Do you see that? So lesson learned, don't use super wide straps. If you do, cut a little bit off the top of your pattern to make it a wider area, and then do your things. The other thing somebody else showed me was that, can you let her in, babe? That when you baste at the top. Did you have breakfast? Baste at the top right here, but also baste this way, so that there is no shift on your straps, especially if they're wide. You want to keep them in place. So those are just hints on how to do the straps and the lessons I learned. Thanks!